What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hey, I'm Lauren and my husband and I are working on paying off 6-figure student loan debt. But it's all good. We've made a ton of progress in the past couple years, and I make videos on my channel every single month telling you guys about all the financial progress we've made in different areas of our financial life, and also sharing tips and tricks with you guys on how we've been able to pay off so much debt. At this point, we've paid off over $100,000 of debt in the last 2 years. October is over, so it is time for another budget recap video. As always, if you like the spreadsheet I'm using in this video, then you can purchase it on my Etsy shop, which is linked in the video description. It's an instant download to Google Sheets. It comes with a detailed video tutorial along with me every single month showing you how I use it for our family. All right, this is our budget spreadsheet. So let's start out by looking at the income. This month we estimated that we would make $16,555, and we were really close. We actually made an extra $213 this month. So that's always a nice thing when you're a little bit over income from what you expected. However, if you look down at the next section, which is taxes, oh, by the way, this is the gross budget spreadsheet. The if you purchase it, it comes with gross and net monthly and annual spreadsheets. So this month I'm using the gross spreadsheet because they alternate between the two. So yeah, but the taxes section, I underestimated how much taxes were going to come out of our paychecks this month. So there was an extra $230 withheld from our checks, and so we net didn't have as much income actually come into our bank account as we expected. So yeah, that was over by $230. Okay, because this is the gross spreadsheet, in the pay yourself first section, I do show my husband's 401k withdrawals that come out of his paycheck. So we budgeted $1,500, $750 per paycheck, and we did that because we didn't change the election. For my brokerage accounts for the month, we had budgeted $200, and we actually contributed exactly $200. Some of those contributions were just regular income, and then the rest of it was actually sign-up bonuses for you guys signing up for a couple of the accounts that I use. So in my brokerage accounts, I have 3 of them. I put money into Fidelity, M1 Finance, and Acorns. And for M1 Finance, if you guys open an account, you get $30. I think you have to put in $100 and you get $30. And then for Acorns, if you open an account and put in $5, then you get $5. So I always have those linked in the video description if you want to check out those accounts and get those sign-up bonuses. So thank you guys for using my link so I could get some sign-up bonuses, and you guys could get some money too. I'm excited for you. And so that helped us meet our goal for hitting $200 to my brokerage accounts this month. All right, 529 college savings account, $50 was budgeted, and $50 is what we actually put into my daughter's 529 account. And so for pay yourself first, we were exactly on budget this month. We budgeted $1,750 and we contributed $1,750. And you can see here in this column that says difference, if we were like over or under. So you can see here there was 0 difference between what we had budgeted and what we actually did. All right, the lovely debt section. So this month we actually had the highest debt payoff month that we've had in several months, so that's super exciting, but we didn't quite meet our goal for how much we wanted to contribute. But for student loans, we paid my husband's minimum payment of $893, we paid my minimum payment of $1,882, and then we paid $1,062 to our HELOC. That is our home equity line of credit. The minimum payment is like $75, and then we paid an extra, $900 something this month. So for debt, we had budgeted to pay just over $3,900, and we were able to pay $3,837 this month. So we were $66 short of our goal, but still $3,800 to debt in any month I feel like is a great month, so I'm okay with that. All right, scrolling over to the fixed expenses. This month we were only off by $1. We were under by $1 actually. In the unexpected category, we spent $49 instead of $50. I wonder if I bumped that down to like $30 if we would be able to stick to it. I feel like because I know there's $50 there, I just am like, oh, okay, well, I can just buy this thing and this little thing here and that little thing here and spend this $50. Like, I wonder if I pushed that lower, if I would stick to it. But then again, like, $50 isn't a lot of wiggle room in our budget, so I don't want to like push us too far so that I get frustrated and feel like I'm failing. I'm curious if you guys have like an unexpected or miscellaneous category in your budget every month, how much do you put there? And is that amount working for you? Because maybe I should change it to like $25. It's only a $25 a month difference, but like everything adds up. So other than that, this is gonna be the last month we're paying for Disney Plus because we now have it for free through our Verizon like phone plan. So we'll just have one subscription, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the fixed expenses. All right, on to the sinking funds. This is my favorite part of the budget. I just feel like this is the part of the budget that's really been like life-changing for us and has helped us stay on track with our budgeting and have enough money for the things we need to buy and just stay organized. This is actually the first month that I'm showing you guys the starting balances and the ending balances for most of the accounts I blocked off. My husband's spending, my spending money, and my daughter's spending money, just so we can like have a little bit of privacy. But other than that, you're gonna see exactly where we're at with our sinking funds. And I feel like it's gonna give me more accountability because some of them have been negative, and it's things come up. It's not necessarily that we're overspending or managing our money wrongly, but I don't know. I just feel like when I share things with you guys, like it keeps me more accountable, and somehow I get more lucky and things go my way for some reason. So I feel like it's good luck to share everything with you guys. So that's what I'm sharing with you. Going forward, I'll show you the balances of our sinking funds. So starting off with our mini emergency fund, it's not so mini, it's $10,000. We have a $20,000 emergency fund, and half I keep in our checking account as our buffer, because that way the first of the month I know we have plenty of money in our account for all the bills that are going to come in that month, and we don't have to worry about what point in the month our paycheck is going to come in and stuff like that. So we have $10,000 in there. We didn't budget to put anything more. We're not trying to put anything extra into our emergency fund at this point until we're debt free. Then we'll, you know, probably bump it up somewhat. But yeah, we didn't spend anything from the emergency fund at this month. Next, we have groceries. So we started the month with $6 in our grocery fund, and that was from last month. We were under budget a little bit. We budgeted $1,000 for groceries, and we actually put $1,000 into that sinking fund. And then out of the fund, we spent $1,020. So we ended the month with negative $14 in that fund. Now we keep all this money in our sinking funds in our main checking account where our emergency fund is and where all our paychecks and stuff go into. So if any of these go negative, they're not actually negative because it's all out of one account. But yeah, so we went a little bit over groceries this month, but it wasn't too bad. Next, our vacation fund. We had spent some money because we did an activity. We don't really have any vacations planned for right now, although I'd like to do some vacations in 2022, and we're gonna start putting money into that fund next year. But for right now, we're not really doing much with it. So there was negative $15, so we put in $25, so it's at $10 now, and yeah, just wanted to get it so it wasn't negative. Okay, baby number 2. We are starting to save for baby number 2 because we're trying for baby number 2. And so we had $300 in that fund to start. We put $50 more in there, and we didn't spend anything from that fund. So we ended the month with $350 saved for baby number 2, which is a huge change to when I had my daughter and put everything on a credit card. Like the fact that we're already saving for baby number 2 while we're trying makes me really happy. Miles expenses. Miles is my cat, and he gets $150 a month. So in October, he had a negative balance in his sinking fund to start. It was negative $44. We put in $150 and we spent $55 on his pet insurance. So we ended the month with $51 in his fund. Next, we have gas. We started out with $51 in the gas fund. We budgeted $125, and that's how much we actually put into the fund. And by the way, if this is like one of the first times you are hearing about sinking funds, or if you find the concept confusing at all, basically if you think of a sinking fund like an envelope of cash, so let's say for gas, we had an envelope with $51 in it, and then we budgeted $125 to put into the envelope. We actually put $125 into the envelope, and then out of the envelope that month, we spent $109, which left us with $67 in the envelope at the end of the month. And we don't actually have a physical envelope or use physical cash for our sinking funds. They're all just in our checking account, and this spreadsheet is just like a way to keep track of all the money and do like a digital accounting of all of our sinking funds instead of having actual cash envelopes. But if you are having trouble conceptually understanding sinking funds, just think of it like a cash envelope. Okay, and by the way, for gas, one thing that we have been doing that I've really been liking is using the app Get Upside, and you can save anywhere from like 10 cents to 40 cents per gallon or more if you have like referral bonuses. So all you do is when you go to the gas station, it has a little map, and then you hit claim on the gas station that you're at, and it'll tell you how much off per gallon you're gonna get. And then after you're done filling up, you just take a picture of your receipt, and that's it. It's super easy, and you just get cash that accumulates in your app, and then you can cash it out for actual cash, and it just direct deposits into your bank account, or you can cash it out for gift cards. So I've been using it, I think like 6 months now, and I use it every time I fill up. I only fill up maybe once a month, and so does my husband, so it's not that often, but it saves us at least like $5 per fill up, and sometimes a lot more if I've gotten some referrals from you guys. So I highly recommend it. I really like it. It takes 2 seconds to use, very low like administrative burden to add that to your routine. So I will link Get Upside below for you. If you use my referral code, then you will get an extra, I believe, 15 cents per gallon off your first fill up using my code. Okay, next, gifts. This one has been a problem. It's been very negative. It was even more negative than this for a while. But yeah, so it was at negative $572. We put 200 in. Well, we had budgeted 200 and we actually put 200 in this month. We spent $128, and so we ended the month at negative $500. So I have a plan in place to have this at least 0 or positive by the end of the year, because I'd really like to start off January 1st with all of our sinking funds either at 0 or a positive number. I don't want any negative sinking funds going into the new year, so we can start with like a clean slate. So yeah, we got to push on this one to get it positive, but I think we can do it. Next, home decor. I added this recently. It's not even necessarily for home decor. It's just for like miscellaneous home items too. So like, I talked to you guys recently about how we were out of money for these baskets I wanted to get to organize my daughter's art supplies. I actually think I posted on Instagram about it. I don't think I talked to you guys here on YouTube. But anyway, I had said, you know, I don't have any more money for this month, and so I'm gonna wait till next month, and so I can try to be, you know, sticking to our budget and not have this sinking fund go negative. So sometimes it's for like organizational things, sometimes it's for actual decor. This month we put in $25 and I spent $13, so that left us with positive $6 instead of negative $6. I think I bought 2 candles. So car maintenance, we start out the month at negative $368. This one's also very negative. A bunch of our sinking funds are negative, although at the end of the month you'll see there's only 3 that were negative instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're moving in the right direction. But yeah, car maintenance, we only spent $7 this month putting new batteries in my car keys, and then we had put $200 into the sinking fund. So it's at negative 175, and in November, as long as we don't have any car expenses, that will go positive. So that one's on track. House maintenance was another negative sinking fund that's now positive. Started out the month with negative $392 in it. We budgeted $400. We actually put $450 in there because we spent $50 and I really wanted it to be a positive number. And so we put $50 more than we budgeted for and ended the month with $8 in that fund. Cell phone, I just moved this to our sinking funds because we bought 2 new cell phones, and instead of our payment going up, because Verizon like forces you to finance your phone if you want the discount for your phone or whatever. So I talked to you guys in depth about that in one of my previous budget videos. So we put in $1,575 into the sinking fund this month, because that is basically, we're like paying ourselves through a sinking fund for all the expenses of buying our new phones. So when our payment goes up on a monthly basis, we've already kind of prepaid it through the sinking fund, and on a cash flow basis for us month to month, we're not paying any more for our cell phones. So we spent $547 this month on our cell phones. That was like costs to get the new phones and like the certain one-time fees and cases and screen protectors and stuff like that. And then also just our regular monthly phone bill. So that fund had $1,028 at the end of the month. Next, we've got utilities, our town sewer and water, and then our electric and our gas. Those are all positive, nothing too exciting. Our utilities were more expensive this month because our town sewer and water, our sewer I think we pay twice a year, and water we pay quarterly. So that was those payments coming out, so it's not usually that much every month, but luckily we do sinking funds for that. So even though we only have to pay them, you know, a few times a year, we're saving all year long. So when those expenses come up, it doesn't change our budget that month because we've been saving for it. Utilities, I did get an email from our gas company saying that gas prices are like way up, so to expect really expensive heating bills this winter. So I used to have this sinking fund at $350 and I bumped it down to $300, but I'm thinking I might have to bump it back up to $350 because gas prices are going up. Even though we're doing better with our like utility usage, I don't know if that's gonna be enough. So we'll find out when winter hits and we get those first bills. And then finally, Christmas, we started out the month with $651 in our Christmas fund. This is also the fund we use for my daughter's birthday, and so We budgeted $100 this month. I spent $300 because I have started Christmas shopping, which is really nice. This is like the first year I've started so early. I've been freaked out because I've been hearing about all these like shortages and back ordered things, and so it's nice to have already started Christmas shopping so I'm not having to worry about it last minute. I am actually going to try to do Vlogmas. I haven't told you guys that yet, but if you're not familiar, Vlogmas is where you post a video every single day in December until Christmas. It's not really going to be vlogs, it's just going to be like my normal type of videos. But yeah, December is going to be a busy month for that reason, and so I'd really like to have all my Christmas shopping done early and just have it out of the way. So I'm glad we have that fund. We're going to keep funding it all the way till December, but for now I have started shopping, which has been nice. So our total sinking funds at the beginning of the month were $10,165. We had budgeted $48.35 and we actually contributed $48.85, so an extra $50 to our sinking funds. We spent $3,235, and so we ended the month with $11,815 in our sinking funds. All right, next I'm gonna go down here. This is my favorite part of the spreadsheet, so you can just get a visual of how we did this month. So let me zoom out a little bit. So budgeted, this is, you know, just a summary of what we budgeted, and then actual, and then here is a little like pie chart showing visually how we did. So if you look at it without even reading the percentages, you can see we basically allocated our money into the proportions that we had planned for. We put like a tiny bit less to debt. We had budgeted 23.6% to debt and we put 22.9%. So, but I mean, it's such a negligible difference. So yeah, we did well this month on sticking to our budget and staying on track, spending our money the way that we had planned to. So that is it for today's video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And if you want to see more videos like this from me, then hit that red subscribe button down there. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. As I mentioned before, if you like this spreadsheet and you want to get it for yourself for your own budgeting, it is available for purchase in my Etsy shop, which I will link in the video description. And I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.